to be covering a little bit of the book, The Five Languages by Gary Chapman. At the heart of humankind's existence is the desire to be intimate and to be loved by another. When the Bible talks about a man and a woman becoming one flesh, that did not mean that individuals would lose their identity. It meant they would enter into each other's lives in a deep and intimate way. That was by Gary Chapman. He also says in the book, we each come to marriage with a different personality and history. We bring emotional baggage into our marriage relationship. We come with different expectations, different ways of approaching things, and different opinions about what matters in life. In a healthy marriage, the variety of perspectives must be processed. We need not agree on everything, but we must find a way to handle our differences so that they do not become divisive. With empty love tanks, couples tend to argue and withdraw, and some may tend to be violent verbally or physically in their arguments. But when the love tank is full, we create a climate of friendliness, a climate that seeks to understand, that is willing to allow differences to negotiate problems. I am convinced that no single area of marriage affects the rest of marriage as much as meeting the emotional need for love. Gary Chapman starts off the book talking about love tanks, and so our love tank is just our emotional well-being. It's just, what makes us full, what makes us happy, what just what makes us think life is going to be okay and we can get through anything. Just kind of like you need to, put gas in your car. Just what keeps you running high, not what keeps, draining life out of you, what keeps putting life into you. That's what your love tank is. You can only give from an empty love tank for so long, and I believe marriages dissolve because of empty love tanks. Gary Chapman talks in the book, when your spouse's emotional love tank is full and they feel secure in their love, the whole world looks bright and your spouse will move out to reach their highest potential in life. But when the love tank is empty and they feel used but not loved, the whole world looks dark and they will likely never reach their potential for good in the world. And I was listening to a podcast a couple weeks ago, and Casey Doss was preaching. He was telling this story. I think it was a podcast from about on last Father's Day, and he was talking about how his wife was wanting him to read this book, The Five Love Languages, and he put it off, and then finally he gave in, and she kept bugging him about what his love language was, and he said none of them. It's respect. And so I've heard quite a few people say they absolutely love this book, and then I've heard others say it didn't do much for them. But the important thing is that your spouse's love language, no matter what that is, so that you can properly love them right. Because it's most important to love them right, not follow some formula in a book. And if you haven't read the book, I encourage you just to check it out and just to see if it will help you, because I believe it'll be very helpful. And so that's all for today. We'll cover more of it tomorrow. Until then, be blessed.